the fact that this visit is taking place within just 3 weeks and a bit of the inauguration is a signal of the priority that both leaders attach to the India-US relationship. The two leaders jointly launched the US-India Compact for the 21st century. This compact stands for catalyzing opportunities in military partnership, accelerated commerce and technology. In the area of trade and investment, for instance, the leaders launched Mission 500, aiming to more than double total two-way trade, at the same time committing to aggressively addressing and tackling illegal immigration and human trafficking. Prime Minister has just concluded a very substantive and productive visit to the United States at the invitation of President Donald Trump. As you all know, this is Prime Minister's first visit to the United States after the inauguration of President Trump for a second term. And as I had mentioned earlier as well, the fact that this visit is taking place within just 3 weeks and a bit of the inauguration is a signal of the priority that both leaders attach to the India-US relationship. Prime Minister arrived in Washington, D.C. yesterday evening. He was hosted at Blair House, and he had a number of engagements on arrival yesterday. The newly confirmed Director of National Intelligence, Ms. Tulsi Gabbard, paid a call on the Prime Minister. This morning, the Prime Minister received Mr. Elon Musk and Mr. Vivek Ramaswamy as well. The discussions at the White House began this afternoon and went on for nearly 4 hours, comprising discussions in a restricted format, in the press conference, and an extended discussion over dinner with larger delegations. The discussions covered a lot of ground. The entire gamut of the relationship, ranging from strategic and security cooperation, defense, trade and economic engagement, technology, energy security and people-to-people linkages, as well as regional and global issues of concern were dealt with. There is a joint statement that has been issued. I think it's not yet available online, so let me take you through some of the key aspects of the joint statement, but I would urge you to go through the joint statement in some detail because it's a really rich and substantive statement and lays down the blueprint for the near and medium-term future of the India-US relationship. The two leaders jointly launched the US-India Compact for the 21st century. This compact stands for catalyzing opportunities in military partnership, accelerated commerce and technology. In the area of trade and investment, for instance, the leaders launched Mission 500, aiming to more than double total two-way trade to $500 billion by 2030. The two leaders also announced plans to negotiate the first tranche of a mutually beneficial multi-sector bilateral trade agreement by the fall of 2025. Towards advancing this process, and this issue did figure in some detail in the discussions as well. Both countries will take an integrated approach to strengthen bilateral trade across the goods and services sector. This will include themes such as increasing market access, reducing tariff and non-tariff barriers, and deepening supply chain integration between the two countries. There is also a renewed commitment to making greenfield investments in high-value industries in each other's countries, and you will see in the joint statement references to investments in excess of $7 billion made by Indian companies such as Novelis, Jindal Steelworks, Jubilant, and Epsilon. Defense, as was pointed out by both leaders, remains a very important area of cooperation in the strategic partnership between the two countries. The leaders announced plans to finalize a new 10-year framework for the US-India major defense partnership in the 21st century. This is a framework that will run from 2025 to 2035 and is expected to be finalized later this year. They also agreed to move forward on ongoing defense procurement negotiations for a number of platforms, including land and air systems, as well as co-production agreements. There was also agreement to initiate discussions on the reciprocal defense procurement agreement. One of the striking aspects of the joint statement in this regard is a process that the United States will begin, whereby it will review its arms transfer regulations, including the international traffic in arms regulations, in order to streamline defense trade, technology exchange, and maintenance, spare supplies, and in-country repair and overhaul of US-provided defense systems. The two countries have also launched the Autonomous Systems Industry Alliance to scale industry partnerships and production of autonomous systems, which will foster next-generation defense and technological collaboration, specifically in the field of underwater domain awareness. You're also aware that for the last several years, technology has become a motive of the India-US partnership, and the two leaders in this latest round of discussions committed to taking forward cooperation in critical and emerging technologies by launching the US-India Trust Initiative. The Trust Initiative stands for Transforming the Relationship Utilizing Strategic Technology. This initiative will catalyze collaboration among governments, academia, and the private sector to drive innovation in defense, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, quantum computing, biotechnology, energy, and space. Artificial intelligence is on everybody's mind. We just had the AI Action Summit in Paris, which the Prime Minister had co-chaired. And in today's discussions, the leaders committed to bring Indian and US private industry together and conclude a US-India roadmap on accelerating AI infrastructure by the end of the year. Both the countries will work together to enable industry partnerships and investments in next-generation data centers, on access to compute and processors for artificial intelligence. The two leaders launched Indus Innovation, a new innovation bridge that is modeled after the successful Indus X platform for defense applications. Indus Innovation is meant to focus on space, on energy, and other emerging technologies. A new US-India cooperative program to recover and process critical minerals, a strategic mineral recovery initiative, has also been launched. Under the Trust Initiative, incidentally, the two sides will also address export controls, enhance high technology commerce, and reduce barriers to technology transfer between the two countries. In the energy area, this is a subject that has remained in focus in the bilateral relationship in the recent years. India is a significant buyer of US energy, and today's discussions covered a lot of ground on this particular subject. In order to ensure energy security, the two countries agreed to work together on the production of hydrocarbons and for commerce in hydrocarbons to support global energy price stability and secure affordable energy access. In addition, there was agreement to realize the potential in the area of civil nuclear energy, building US-designed nuclear reactors in India, and taking forward that process also through large-scale localization as well as technology transfer. And of course, the two countries have been discussing for some time cooperation in small modular reactors, and that is again something that was flagged today. The obstacles in realizing this cooperation in previous years on account of some of the legal provisions that have remained in place in India have already begun to be addressed. You would have noticed the announcements that have been made in the budget in this regard. And we imagine that these progress on these issues will enable us to realize the promise of cooperation between India and the United States in this very important sector. A new partnership has been launched between the US National Science Foundation and the brand new Indian Anusandhan, which is the National Research Foundation, for deepening research linkages in critical and emerging technologies. There's an MOU that was signed between the NSF and the ANRF just a couple of days back to take forward this cooperation. On the people-to-people front, finally, you're aware there are nearly 300,000 Indian students studying in the United States, and the contribution of these students, especially to the US economy, was acknowledged in the joint statement. The leaders agreed to strengthen collaboration between higher education institutions of the two countries, and India invited the United States to take advantage of the reforms in the Indian education sector to set up offshore campuses of premier educational institutions of the US in India. They also committed to streamline avenues for legal mobility of students and professionals, and facilitating short-term tourist and business travel, while at the same time committing to aggressively addressing and tackling illegal immigration and human trafficking. I would also invite your attention to the parts of the joint statement where you can see a commitment from both sides to take decisive action against elements who threaten public and diplomatic safety and security, and the sovereignty and territorial integrity of both nations. There's a commitment to strengthening law enforcement cooperation in this regard, and this is especially significant from our perspective, given some events that have taken place. Last point relates to the deepening strategic convergences between the two countries on regional and global issues, and this is something that came through clearly in the discussions today between the Prime Minister and President Trump. Whether it is the shared vision for the Quad, India will be hosting the Quad summit later this year, and the Prime Minister has extended an invitation to President Trump for that. or the commitment to increasing our collaboration with partners in West Asia, or in enhancing cooperation in the Indian Ocean region. The two leaders agreed to convene partners under the IMEC initiative, as well as the I2U2 construct within the next 6 months to announce new initiatives. They also launched the Indian Ocean Strategic Venture, a new bilateral forum to advance coordinated investments in connectivity and commerce in this region. All in all, I would say that though short, this was an extremely substantive and productive visit. It allowed two leaders who know each other well, who are comfortable with each other, to renew their contacts from President Trump's first term, and to commit themselves to greater things in the relationship. The mood in the room today and the overall environment of the meetings today lent great confidence to both sides that the relationship is on a solid footing, and there is much to achieve in the coming months and years. Let me stop there and take a few questions.